Hey everyone, it's Kim with the Gems here at Black Culture Talks, where we talk all things wellness, travel, and finances. This is part one of my PV series. I'm just going to say PV instead of Puerto Vallarta. I'm going to take you on my bus ride from Guadalajara to PV. And just in case you weren't sure exactly where Puerto Vallarta is in Mexico, don't worry, I got you. Part one was getting to the terminal to catch my bus. The Uber ride cost about $12, which was the most expensive Uber I have taken since I arrived in Guadalajara. The average Uber is between $2.50 and $5. Hey everyone, Kim with the Gems here in Guadalajara, headed to my next stop in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta. I'll show you the station, we'll show you the bus, which is supposed to be a really nice bus. We'll see. It's a direct, so that's beautiful. And it's only 4.5 hours, I think. So it's like going from New York to DC. I can handle that. But I'll come back with the full tour and let you know how the trip was. Here is a look inside of the bus terminal. There are multiple bus lines that you can take to many parts of Mexico. The terminal is orderly, it is clean, there are places to eat. There's my bus. There's also a restroom that costs a mere 6 pesos should you need to go before getting on your bus. Step 2 is waiting for my bus announcement and just getting on the bus. So what was the catalyst for my trip to PV? Been here a really long time. The weather's been great, but I have yet to make it to a beach. And I need to commune with the ocean. So take you on this journey as well, let you know how it goes, introduce you to Puerto Vallarta as I explore Mexico. I made it on the bus. The bus line that I chose was Premier Plus or Primera Plus. And like I said earlier, it is a direct bus with no stops. You can select other bus routes that may have a stop or two, and you may save a couple of dollars. The space at my seat was really comfortable. You had leg rest, foot rest, head rest, and you can literally lean your chair back as if you're almost laying down, which could be not so good for the person behind you. My bus wasn't crowded at all. There may have been 10 people or less, so I was fine. You also have a whole entertainment center at your seat, and you can do anything from play games to watch movies, listen to music, and more. Just a note though, most of the entertainment is in Spanish. And as you can see, there's a USB port where you can charge any device that you have. I'm going to listen to my own playlist, but I just wanted to show you the movie selection, how to work the screen. It's very standard. And for anyone who is bilingual or understands Spanish, it's perfect for a 4.5 hour trip. The bus also claims to have Wi-Fi, but quite honestly, once you're in the mountains, that doesn't exist. My phone went to 3G for the first time in years. Now let's get into the actual trip. So as you can see, I am fully masked up, and I might have been the only one on the bus with the mask on, but I was fine with it because people were definitely hacking. Now let's go over the pros and the cons of the bus trip from Guadalajara to PV. Number 1, pro, you can see these spectacular views. This video really doesn't do it justice. The first half of the trip was very dry looking. Of course, we were heading to the beach, but leaving from the desert. We saw a lot of agave. And for those of you that don't know, it's what tequila is made of. And agave sugar and syrup, which is more natural than the white processed sugar. We also drove through some small towns and saw a lot of farming animals, from cows to horses. It was just a very relaxing trip. So sit back and enjoy some of the scenes, and I'll be back with more pros and cons, along with a couple more inside shots of the bus. So let's talk about one of the cons. The road there was a little scary at times. The roads were very narrow during the majority of our trip. Our driver was driving like he had a baby on the way, so that made it even more scary. The headrest was comfortable. You can also notice curtains if you wanted to block out the sun. So the inside of the bus was a 10 out of 10. One of the things I worry about when taking long bus trips is the bathroom situation. And I must admit, bathrooms appeared to be very clean. A couple hours into the ride, you'll see more green vegetation, more trees, less sand and agave, which is a clear sign that we're getting closer to water. And before I forget, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to come back with my full experience in Puerto Vallarta, aka PV. So thumbs up this video, turn on your notification bell, and if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. I almost forgot to mention the price of the ticket. It was approximately $30 US, and I would say well worth it. We have made it to the ocean. Not quite in the town of Puerto Vallarta yet, but very close. I'm actually going to show you the beach up close and personal. And I made it in time to catch one of their spectacular sunsets. I'll show that to you as well. So stay tuned. Here's a little bit more about PV. Puerto Vallarta is a resort town on Mexico's Pacific coast in Jalisco State. It is known for its beaches, water sports, and nightlife scene. Actually, while I was there, Richard Gere was there. Unfortunately, he got hospitalized while there. And also TJ Holmes and Amy Robach from Good Morning America fame. Their international culinary scene is well known. One of the most visited sites is El Malecón, which is a beachside promenade with contemporary sculptures as well as bars, lounges, and nightclubs. The colorful Puerto Vallarta sign at the beginning of this video is actually located at the Malecón. We are about to arrive at the bus terminal in Puerto Vallarta. I will show you a little bit of the inside of that as well before taking you to my rental, which had a stunning sunset view. So as we deboard the bus, here are the pros and cons. Well, let's start with the pros. The pros, 1 is the price. 2 was the time that it took to get to this beautiful beachside town. 3 was the comfort of the bus. 4 was the cleanliness of the bus and the bathrooms. And 5 was the ease of purchasing the tickets, which you can do on your mobile device. Now, here are the cons. 1, the drive there can be a little intimidating, especially if you have Speedy Gonzalez as a driver, like I did. Number 2, the Wi-Fi probably won't work, but just be prepared and you'll be okay. Download whatever you want to listen to or watch, and you'll be fine. Number 3, if you end up sitting behind someone who wants to recline their chair all the way back, then it may not be as comfortable for you. And although this is not a con, it is something you should be aware of. You may or may not find someone who speaks English when traveling by bus. So manage your expectations. Think of questions you may have in advance, Google Translate them, and be ready to show them to someone. I would also recommend having a jacket just in case. The first part of our ride was a little warm, but then it got very cool. I think that's it. I waited about 12 minutes for my Uber. Now I'm headed to the apartment rental with the spectacular views. And in about 60 seconds, you will see me at the beach. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Black Culture Talks. I will be back with more about what I loved and what I didn't love about Puerto Vallarta. So please subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. And I will see you on the next video. Take care.